Welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast, strategies that help entrepreneurs build reputable and profitable brands. Here's your host, Henry Kaminski Jr.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from UniqueDesignz.net with another Brand Doctor Podcast episode for you guys. What is going on, everyone? Hope everybody's having an amazing day. This week has been quite the week. Had some technical disasters Monday and Tuesday. Today is now Wednesday and things are calming down. And it's just been a wild ride the past 48 hours. But let me tell you something. It was fun. Looking back, it was a lot of fun. I wanted to bang my head against a concrete wall for 5-10 minutes at a pop. But, you know, we're now back up and running. And, man, thank God, I stay in my lane and I don't touch things I'm not supposed to be touching. Or else I probably would have made the situation even worse. But anyway, let's get into today's topic of discussion. Today's topic of discussion is all about less is more. And you can look at this in so many different ways, but I'm going to look at it in a brand perspective because obviously it's the Brand Doctor Podcast. And so let's dive in for a second. What do I mean by less is more? So I just want to take an example and I was on a strategy call today and the client was just complicating things in his head so much where he was pulling up all this little tiny minutia. And I was like, quite frankly, dude, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You know what really matters? Keeping it really stupid simple. That's what really matters. And so when I see people have these landing pages, so let me look at it from a design standpoint real quick. When I see people designing websites or they have their website designed and it's a gazillion different colors and there's all types of different things going on and all of that jive, it is completely confusing the shit out of your audience. And that is the last thing that your audience wants, is to burn 100 calories trying to figure out what it is that you even do. And so when I see from a design standpoint that the brand is all over the place, that's problem number one. And I don't know what it is in people's heads when it comes to them trying to figure out how to design whatever it is that they're trying to design on their own, that they think the more color, the more this, the more it makes it pop. If I hear that one more time, I'll scream. I want you to make it pop. No, you don't. You want it to connect. And you know what people connect to? Simplicity. That's what they connect to. Simplicity. So if you notice, when you look at my stuff, right? My stuff is logo, headline, opt-in form, done. Done. Like, done. I see people with arrows and flashing buttons and all this gaudy shit, and I'm saying to myself, like, what are they trying to do? You know, I talked about this in a previous Facebook Live about the more you try, the more you die. Because it's just like, the more you try to get people's attention, the more they push you away. But if you're subtle with it and you come at them with a clean look and feel, a clean position, a clean message, a clean vision that's not surrounded by a bunch of junk, that's when people start to resonate. That's when people start to look at you as, oh, wow, he's trying to make my life easier, or she's trying to make my life easier. And when you can do that, you are going to win. You are going to win, my friends. So before you go and trying to make something super complicated or over-design, there is a thing called over-designing, and people over-design their lives. And it looks so gaudy, and it looks so obnoxious, and it looks so mishmashed. Like, it's just terrible business. And so when I tell people less is more in sales, when people talk their way right out of a sales conversation and talk their way right out of a deal because they wouldn't shut the fuck up, less is more. So I want to hammer that home tonight, guys, because if you're trying to overdo it, your audience is picking up on that way before you do, and they're tuning you out. They're tuning you out. So pay attention. The next time you try to overcomplicate something or add something in, ask yourself, is this going to help me generate more revenue? Is this going to complicate things? Is this going to make it easier for my customer or audience to digest and understand and comprehend? Or is this going to cloud their thinking? That's the questions you got to ask yourself before you try to pile on a whole bunch of shit that nobody cares about. So less is more, guys. Less is more, not only in your branding, not only in your business, but in your communication, in your, I raise my hand. I have a tendency of telling people I tell my team, for example, right? I'll tell one of the designers to do something, and I could easily tell him in one shot or her in one shot, do this, this, and this, and that's it, right? But I have this tendency to tell step 1, 2, and 3, and then go back and tell them step 1, 2, and 3 again. A 5-minute conversation could have been a 2.5-minute conversation. So I raise my hand. I do this all the time, but I'm getting better at shutting up and just getting straight to the point, and then letting the other person digest, consume, comprehend, understand. Much less information than me trying to force feed or double explain what it is that I'm trying to say. So take this for what it's worth, guys, and just simplify your message, simplify your branding, simplify your design. And I promise you, you will get way more bang for your buck when it comes to connecting with your audience. So I'll leave you with that, guys. Real quick, if you haven't joined the Brand Doctors Hangout Facebook group, go over to Facebook right now. Go into the search query and just type in the Brand Doctors Hangout. Come hang out with me and about 300 other entrepreneurs in there that are all helping each other build each other's business and brand. And if you haven't yet subscribed or shared this podcast with a friend or a colleague, I would totally appreciate it. So thank you again for all of your support. Thank you again for listening, and I will catch you on the next episode. Talk to you soon, guys.
You've been listening to the Brand Doctor Podcast with Henry Kaminski Jr. To get your appointment with the doctor, visit Brand Audit at www.uniquedesignz.net.